Right now, you stand at a crossroads. You can remain the same, stuck in old patterns, reliving past mistakes, or you can take control and rebuild yourself into a man of strength, purpose, and discipline. Most men stay trapped in the past, dwelling on lost love, replaying memories, and hoping for something to change. But here's the hard truth. Nothing changes unless you do. She's not coming back the way you want her to, and even if she did, the man you are now isn't the man she would regret losing. True transformation isn't about revenge or proving anything to anyone. It's about becoming a man you respect, one who no longer chases, begs, or waits. It starts with shifting your focus. Where is your energy going? Are you wasting it checking her social media, rereading old messages, or drowning in self-pity? Or are you directing it towards self-improvement, hitting the gym, building a powerful mindset, mastering new skills, and creating the life you deserve? Every second spent dwelling on the past is a second stolen from your future self. History has shown that great men use pain as fuel. They don't sit around waiting for closure. They take action. They turn heartbreak into strength, setbacks into stepping stones, and rejection into resilience. That is the path you must walk. This journey isn't about her, it's about you. The moment you stop chasing, stop waiting, and start evolving, you become the man who doesn't need to prove himself to anyone. The power is in your hands. The only question is, are you ready to rise? Hit that like button, subscribe, and comment below. I forge my own path. Let's begin. Number 1. Why she pulled away. The hidden psychology. One of the most painful and confusing experiences a man can face is when a woman suddenly pulls away. One moment, everything seems fine. There's chemistry, connection, and interest. Then, without warning, she becomes distant, unresponsive, or even disappears altogether. You're left wondering, what happened? Did you say something wrong? Did she meet someone else? The truth is, when a woman pulls away, it's rarely random. There's a hidden psychology behind it, and understanding it is the first step to regaining your power. Women withdraw for various reasons, but at the core of it all, it comes down to attraction, emotions, and perception. If she felt strong attraction in the beginning, but then started to pull away, something shifted in her mind. Maybe the chase ended too quickly, and she lost the excitement of uncertainty. Maybe you became too available, too predictable, or too emotionally dependent on her presence. Women are instinctively drawn to men who possess strength, purpose, and independence. If she senses that her attention or approval dictates your mood and actions, she begins to see you as less of a challenge and more of an emotional weight. Another psychological factor at play is testing your value. Sometimes women pull away not because they've lost interest, but to see how you respond. Will you panic, chase, or try to win her back? If you do, it confirms her suspicion that she holds all the power. However, if you remain unbothered, focused on your life, and confident regardless of her behavior, she realizes you are a high-value man, one she must work to keep. There's also the element of emotional attraction versus physical attraction. Many men focus on creating physical attraction, but fail to cultivate emotional depth. A woman might initially be drawn to your looks, confidence, or charm, but if she doesn't feel a deeper emotional connection or sense a strong masculine frame, she will eventually pull away. Women crave emotional excitement, mystery, and a sense of security all at once. If you stop being the source of those emotions, she will seek them elsewhere, even unconsciously. One of the biggest mistakes men make when a woman pulls away is reacting with fear. They start over-texting, over-explaining, or trying to fix whatever went wrong. This only reinforces her decision to leave. Instead, the right response is to do nothing. No chasing, no pleading, no overanalyzing. Step back, focus on yourself, and let her come to her own conclusions. If she truly valued you, she will return. If she doesn't, then she was never truly yours to begin with. Ultimately, when a woman pulls away, it's a test of your strength and self-worth. The key is to stop making her the center of your world and start prioritizing yourself. A high-value man doesn't beg for attention. He commands respect by being the kind of man who is too busy building his life to worry about someone pulling away. Number 2. The power of emotional control. Emotional control is one of the most powerful traits a man can develop. It separates those who react impulsively from those who move with purpose. The ability to remain composed under pressure, to think clearly when emotions run high, and to dictate your responses instead of letting circumstances dictate them is what gives a man true power. Most people live as slaves to their emotions. Anger, jealousy, sadness, or fear control their actions. But the men who master their emotions master their lives. Why is emotional control so important? Because emotions dictate decisions, and decisions shape your destiny. A man who lacks control over his emotions is easy to manipulate, easy to provoke, and easy to break. Whether in relationships, business, or life in general, the moment you allow emotions to overpower logic, you lose control. This is why women often test men emotionally. They want to see if you will crumble under pressure, lash out in frustration, or stay calm and in control. If a woman can easily push your buttons, she subconsciously loses respect for you. On the other hand, a man who can stay composed in any situation commands authority, trust, and admiration. Emotional control doesn't mean suppressing emotions. It means mastering them. It means feeling anger without letting it make you act recklessly. It means experiencing rejection without letting it shatter your confidence. It means encountering setbacks without falling into self-pity. The strongest men are not those who never feel emotion, but those who refuse to be ruled by them. Think of a Stoic philosopher like Marcus Aurelius, who believed that external events have no power over you. Only your perception of them does. This mindset is what allows high-value men to remain steady, no matter what happens around them. One of the biggest emotional traps men fall into is reacting instead of responding. When someone insults you, do you immediately lash out, or do you pause, assess the situation, and choose the best course of action? When a woman pulls away, do you panic and chase, or do you remain unfazed and continue focusing on yourself? The way you respond to emotional triggers determines the kind of man you are. Weak men react, strong men respond. Mastering emotional control requires discipline and self-awareness. It starts with recognizing your triggers. What situations cause you to lose control? Once you identify them, you must train yourself to pause before reacting. This can be done through practices like meditation, journaling, or simply taking a deep breath and delaying your response. The goal is to detach from the immediate emotion and analyze it rationally. Over time, this practice rewires your brain, making you naturally more composed and unshakable. A man who controls his emotions holds power over himself and his surroundings. He is not swayed by insults, rejection, or temporary discomfort. He moves with purpose, unaffected by drama or external chaos. This is the kind of man who commands respect, builds success, and lives on his own terms. Master your emotions, and you master your destiny. Number 3. Attraction through detachment. The paradox. One of the most powerful yet counterintuitive truths about attraction is this: the less you chase, the more you attract. This is the paradox of detachment. Most men believe that to win a woman's affection, they must constantly prove their worth. Texting first, planning everything, showering her with attention. But in reality, neediness repels, while detachment draws her in. Women are naturally drawn to men who don't seek their validation, men who move through life with purpose, and men who are self-sufficient. When a man is emotionally independent, he becomes infinitely more attractive. Why does detachment work? Because people value what they must earn. When something is given too freely, it loses value. If a woman knows she has your full attention without having to put in any effort, she won't appreciate it. However, when a man is unavailable, when he has his own priorities, and when he doesn't wait around for her response, she starts to wonder about him. She starts to question if she has his full interest. This uncertainty triggers attraction. The moment a woman feels like she has fully secured a man's attention, the excitement fades. But when a man remains a mystery, when he doesn't reveal everything, when he isn't overly accessible, her desire for him increases. Detachment isn't about playing games or pretending not to care. It's about genuinely prioritizing yourself over external validation. A detached man doesn't ignore women to manipulate them. He is simply too focused on his purpose, his goals, and his growth to obsess over any one person. This attitude shifts the dynamic in his favor. Instead of chasing, he naturally attracts. Women sense when a man is self-sufficient and emotionally strong, and this is precisely the kind of man they find irresistible. The key to attraction through detachment is shifting your focus inward. Instead of analyzing a woman's behavior, whether she texted back, whether she seems interested, whether she's seeing someone else, focus on yourself. Where is your energy going? Are you investing it in your health, your career, your personal development? Or are you wasting it worrying about her every move? The moment you withdraw your emotional investment from a woman and redirect it toward your own life, something powerful happens. She starts to notice. Women can feel when a man's energy is no longer centered around them, and this shift often reignites their interest. Detachment also gives you control over your emotions. Instead of reacting emotionally when she pulls away, you remain composed. Instead of feeling anxious when she doesn't respond, you carry on with your life, unaffected. This unshakable confidence is what makes you stand out. Most men crumble when a woman becomes distant. They text more, they seek reassurance, they overcompensate. But a man who remains detached, who keeps moving forward regardless of her actions, radiates a level of strength that women deeply respect. Attraction is never about convincing someone to want you. It's about becoming the kind of man who naturally draws people in. And the secret to that? Letting go. Detach, focus on yourself, and watch as people, especially women, are magnetized to your presence. Number 4, the psychological test. Are you strong enough? Every man will face a moment in life that tests his mental and emotional strength. This moment is not obvious. It doesn't come with a warning, and it doesn't announce itself as a challenge. Instead, it appears subtly through rejection, betrayal, loss, or failure. It's in these moments that a man is forced to confront himself, to ask, "Am I strong enough to endure this?" The truth is, most men aren't. They crumble under pressure. They chase after people who leave. They beg for attention. They lose control. But the men who rise above these trials, they become unshakable. This is the ultimate psychological test. Strength is not just about enduring pain. It's about how you respond to it. Weak men react emotionally, allowing external events to dictate their actions. A woman pulls away and they panic. A friend betrays them and they lash out. They operate on impulse, unable to master their own emotions. Strong men, on the other hand, are different. They don't react. They respond. They take a step back, assess the situation logically, and act in a way that aligns with their values. They are never desperate, never seeking validation. Instead, They remain composed, knowing that no external force has power over their inner world. The real test of strength isn't about physical toughness, it's about control. Can you control your emotions when everything is falling apart? Can you walk away from situations that no longer serve you? Can you remain calm when others seek to provoke you? These are the defining questions of a strong man. And the answer isn't found in words, but in actions. The strongest men aren't the loudest. They don't need to prove themselves to anyone. Their power is in their restraint, in their discipline, in their ability to maintain their frame no matter the circumstance. The test comes in many forms. A woman testing your patience, seeing if you'll break under pressure. A friend disrespecting you, waiting to see if you'll tolerate it. A business deal falling apart, challenging you to either adapt or collapse. These moments aren't coincidences. They are life's way of seeing if you're ready for the next level. And most fail because they allow emotions to dictate their choices. But the men who pass the test, they step back, take control, and refuse to let anyone shake their foundation. If you want to know whether you're strong enough, look at how you handle adversity. Do you seek revenge, or do you walk away with dignity? Do you beg for answers, or do you accept reality and move forward? Strength isn't about pretending to be invincible. It's about resilience. It's about getting knocked down and standing back up, not because someone is watching, but because you refuse to be defeated. The world respects a man who stands firm in his power. Women are drawn to men who cannot be easily shaken. Success follows those who refuse to break under pressure. So, the question is, when life tests you, will you pass? Number 5. How to make her regret losing you. The greatest revenge is not anger, not resentment, and definitely not chasing after her. It's becoming a man she can no longer reach. Most men waste time trying to convince a woman that she made a mistake by leaving. They beg, they plead, they try to prove their worth. But what they fail to realize is this: regret is not created by words, it is created by absence and transformation. The moment you stop chasing is the moment she starts noticing. And the moment you evolve into something greater is when she realizes what she lost. Regret happens when she sees you thriving without her. If she left you, it was because, at that moment, she believed she could do better. She thought she had control. But nothing disrupts that belief more than seeing a man elevate after she's gone. When you go silent, when you stop giving her your energy, and when you start focusing on yourself, that's when the regret starts sinking in. She wonders why you're no longer chasing. She starts checking your social media. She hears about you doing better, looking sharper, living your best life. And suddenly, she questions her decision. The key is becoming the man she wished she had chosen. This means upgrading your body, your mind, your finances, and your social status. Hit the gym. Get stronger, leaner, and more confident. Develop new skills. Learn a language, start a business, master something valuable. Expand your circle. Surround yourself with winners, people who inspire you. When you elevate your lifestyle, you naturally create an aura of power and exclusivity. And the moment she senses that she no longer has access to you, that's when the regret becomes real. But here's the catch. You must do this for yourself, not for her. If your transformation is fueled by revenge, she will sense it. Women have an instinct for detecting emotional weakness. But if your transformation is real, if you genuinely stop caring and start winning for yourself, then the shift is undeniable. She will feel it in the way you walk, in the way you speak, in the way others react to you. And once you reach that level, you won't even care if she regrets it or not. Most men fail because they wait. They hope for a text, a sign, an apology. But the men who truly make her regret losing them, they walk away and never look back. They don't give her closure. They don't seek explanations. They don't beg for another chance. They move forward with a mindset that says, "I was the prize all along." And when she finally realizes what she lost, it won't matter, because by then you'll be too far ahead, too focused on your own greatness to even notice. So, if you truly want to make her regret losing you, don't waste time looking back. Level up so high that she becomes irrelevant. Number 6. The philosophy of walking away, a true power move. Walking away is not about giving up. It is about reclaiming your power. It is the ultimate test of self-respect, emotional strength, and high-value thinking. Most men fail at this because they believe that by holding on, by fighting for her, by proving their worth, they can change her mind. But here's the truth. Nothing makes a woman question her decision more than a man who has the strength to walk away without hesitation. This is because walking away is a direct message. It says, "I am the prize. I do not chase. I do not beg. I do not settle for less than I deserve." Women instinctively test men to see if they are strong enough to walk away. They pull away, they become distant, they create emotional turbulence. Not necessarily because they don't care, but because they want to see if you will break, if you will chase, if you will crumble under pressure. Weak men fold. They panic, they overtext, they over-explain, and they try to negotiate attraction, thinking that logic can bring her back. But attraction is never built through words, it is built through actions. And the most powerful action you can take is to walk away when you are no longer valued. The paradox is this: the moment you stop caring, the moment you stop trying, the moment you truly detach is when she starts to feel your absence. Women only value what they can't fully have. If she knows you are always there, always waiting, always an option, she will never fully appreciate you. But if she senses that she might be losing you for good, that's when she starts questioning everything. Scarcity creates value, and a man who can walk away is a man who is rare. Walking away is also about energy. Every second you spend trying to convince her to stay is energy wasted. That energy could be used to build your physique, sharpen your mind, increase your wealth, and create a lifestyle that makes her absence insignificant. The greatest revenge is not making her regret. It is making her realize that she was never needed in the first place. When you focus on yourself, when you invest in your future, when you remove all emotional dependence, you transform into a man who is truly powerful. And ironically, that's when she starts chasing. But here's the secret. You don't walk away to make her chase. You walk away because you have standards. You walk away because you refuse to be an option. You walk away because your self-respect is more valuable than any relationship. And when you do this with true conviction, not as a manipulation tactic, but as a life philosophy, you become untouchable. So ask yourself, are you a man who begs for attention, or are you a man who values himself so highly that he refuses to stay where he is not fully appreciated? The answer to that question determines everything. Number 7. The Stoic man's mindset, unbreakable confidence. Confidence is not arrogance. It is not loud, boastful, or needy. True confidence, the kind that draws people in and makes you unshakable, comes from within. It is built on self-control, discipline, and the ability to remain unfazed no matter what life throws at you. This is the Stoic man's mindset, and once you master it, you become untouchable. At its core, Stoicism teaches that the only thing you truly control is yourself, your thoughts, emotions, and actions. Everything else, how others feel about you, how they react, whether they stay or leave, is beyond your control. And this is where most men fail. They base their confidence on external validation, on a woman's approval, on social media likes, on other people's opinions. But this is a weak foundation. If your confidence depends on things outside of you, it can be taken away in an instant. A Stoic man builds his confidence on what he can control: his discipline, his mindset, his actions. Imagine two men facing rejection. The first man crumbles. He overanalyzes, questions himself, wonders if he is good enough. His confidence was fragile because it depended on someone else's response. The second man, the Stoic, remains steady. He understands that rejection is simply an event, not a reflection of his worth. He does not allow external forces to dictate his internal state. This is the key to unbreakable confidence, never allowing anything outside of you to disturb your peace. Women are naturally drawn to this kind of confidence because it is rare. Most men are reactive. They get emotional, they seek reassurance, they change themselves to fit what they think a woman wants. But the Stoic man is different. He does not chase, he attracts. He does not react, he observes. He does not seek validation. He validates himself through his actions, his progress, and his purpose. This makes him incredibly magnetic, because nothing is more attractive than a man who does not need approval to feel secure in himself. This mindset extends beyond relationships. In business, in social situations, in life, the Stoic man remains composed. He does not get caught up in drama, he does not overreact to criticism, and he does not waste energy on things he cannot change. His focus is on growth, self-improvement, and mastery. Every day he strengthens his mind, trains his body, and sharpens his skills. He is always prepared, never desperate. But this level of confidence is not built overnight. It requires daily discipline, resisting the urge to react emotionally, training the mind to remain calm, and constantly challenging oneself to improve. It means embracing discomfort, stepping into challenges, and choosing growth over comfort every single time. So ask yourself, are you controlled by emotions, or do you control them? Do you seek validation, or do you validate yourself? The Stoic man understands that confidence is not given. It is forged through discipline, self-awareness, and unshakable belief in one's own value. And once you master this, you become unstoppable. Number 8. How to rebuild and become a new Ma. Right now you have two choices: stay the same or rebuild yourself into someone unrecognizable. Most men get stuck in the past, dwelling on what went wrong, replaying memories, waiting for something or someone to change. But here's the truth: she's not coming back the way you want her to. And even if she did, you wouldn't be the man she regrets losing unless you evolve. Rebuilding isn't about revenge. It's not about proving anything to her or anyone else. It's about becoming a man you respect, one who no longer needs to chase, beg, or wait. And that transformation starts with shifting your focus. You've spent too much time thinking about her. Now, it's time to think about you. Where is your energy going? Is it wasted on scrolling through old messages, checking her social media, or hoping for a sign? Or is it going into your body, your mind, your mission? Because every second you spend dwelling on the past is a second stolen from your future self, the man who is stronger, sharper, and completely out of her reach. Think of the men who transformed after heartbreak, the ones who used pain as fuel to become something greater. They didn't sit around waiting for closure. They hit the gym, built businesses, mastered new skills. They became so powerful that the past version of themselves would never recognize them. That's what you must do, not to make her regret leaving, but because this is your moment to rise. Understand this: the man you are right now isn't the man who wins. The man who wins is the one who wakes up earlier, trains harder, works smarter. He is the one who stops thinking about the past and starts building the future. And by the time she realizes what she lost, it won't matter, because you won't be the same man she left. You'll be above her. Rebuilding yourself is a process, not a single moment of decision. It means cutting off distractions, eliminating weak habits, and embracing daily discipline. It means prioritizing your physical fitness, expanding your knowledge, and developing a mindset of absolute control. It's about mastering emotional detachment, learning to let go of what doesn't serve you, and focusing only on what moves you forward. The world respects a man on a mission. Women feel drawn to a man who is deeply invested in his own growth. Your value isn't in what you say, it's in what you do. When you become disciplined, focused, and driven, people sense it. You carry yourself differently. You no longer seek approval because you have your own purpose. So ask yourself, are you going to sit in regret? Or are you going to rise into your highest form? The past is dead. The only thing that exists now is the man you choose to become. And when you finally commit to rebuilding, you will realize something powerful. You were always the prize. Number 9, the final lesson. What happens when you truly move? The greatest irony in life is that the moment you stop caring, the moment you truly move on, is the moment she feels it. Not when you fake it, not when you pretend to be happy, but when you genuinely reach a place where she no longer matters. That's when she starts thinking about you. That's when she wonders if she made a mistake. Because people don't value what is always there. They value what they've lost. When you finally break free, when your energy is no longer attached to her, when your mind is focused on yourself, when your life is moving forward with or without her, that's when she notices. But by then, it's too late. And that's the final lesson. The goal was never to make her come back. The goal was to become a man who doesn't need her to. Because when you reach that level, you don't just attract her, you attract everything. New opportunities, new experiences, new people who see your worth without you having to prove it. Most men waste months, even years, stuck in the past, waiting, hoping, obsessing. They replay old conversations, overanalyze what went wrong, and wait for closure that will never come. But the men who truly move on, they cut the cord. They accept what is. They stop looking back. And when they do, they walk into a future where they hold all the power. No bitterness, no resentment, just progress. Understand this, the past is dead. The only thing that exists now is the man you choose to become. The moment you stop looking for closure, stop waiting for an apology, stop seeking revenge, that's the moment you free yourself. That's when you become unstoppable. Moving on isn't about proving a point to her. It's about proving a point to yourself. It's about reclaiming your power and realizing that you were the prize all along. It's about waking up each day with a mindset of growth, discipline, and purpose. When you shift your focus from what was lost to what you can build, everything changes. Your energy shifts, your confidence grows, your life improves. And when she finally reaches out, because she will, it won't affect you. Because the man you've become is no longer interested in the past. He's too busy creating a future so powerful that she becomes an afterthought. And that's when you realize, moving on was never about her. It was about you. So now, one last question. Are you still hoping, or are you done waiting? If you're ready to step into your power and never look back, then you already know the truth. You don't need her. And that is the ultimate victory.